Have you ever wondered what it means to be in fulfilling and loving relationship? And have you ever found yourself in the relationship and questioning what is true love? And who is the true love of your life? Come with me. It is 8 a.m., 21st of May, 2022. A beautiful sunny morning. And I am standing in the kitchen. I can see a beautiful bunches of flowers on the kitchen table. And I can see pink and white balloons on the ceiling. I can hear the bird singing in the background, and I can smell the delicate fragrance of the roses. I feel so excited. I feel so ready for the big day ahead. And here he is. He come and walking toward me. He's beautiful, handsome, huh? He's the love of my life. He's the one I love, the one I trust with all my heart for the last 5 years and a half. But there's something I haven't noticed before. Something on his face. There's something wrong in here. Anna, you and your family gonna hate me for the rest of your life. But believe me, I don't think it's a good idea to go ahead with the wedding today. What? Gareth? How do you mean? Anna, I'm so sorry. We're going to be miserable in our marriage. I know you want to go back to Vietnam. But I don't speak the language. I don't know the culture. I don't know if I can be successful in Vietnam. I know it's painful to cancel the wedding today. But believe me, it's going to be better for our future. Gareth, you must be kidding me. How am I going to tell my parents? You know my parents want me to get married, right? Anna, I'm so sorry. Just blame me for everything. Have you ever experienced the tremendous pain, the pain of you just lost your dream, the dream that you feel you can almost touch it, but then it's being taken away just on a blink of an eye? So for the next few weeks, things wasn't easy for me. Now I need to learn to live a single life after 5 years and a half being a long-term relationship. The great news is I moved to the new apartment and I hired a transformational coach to help me to do with this transition. But a part of me, a part inside of me, still want to hold on to the past and still want to go back to that familiar. And I start doubting myself. Am I too old to find a new love? Can I find somebody better than him? And most importantly, can I really trust myself to love ever again? But then it is 18th of June 2022. It's a summer afternoon, and I sitting on my working desk, and there are two big computer screens in front of me. I can hear the noise of the car in the car park nearby. And I feel very confused that day. Oh, here she is. She popped up on the screen from a Zoom call. She have a short curly hair. She wear glasses and a very kind, loving smile. Her name is Sarah, and she is my transformational coach. Oh, Anna, how are you doing today? Well, Sarah, I feel very confused. He now ready to go to Vietnam with me. He wants us to keep in touch so we get to know what's happening with our life. Well, Anna, I know it is painful, and you are still grieving from the past relationship. But is it respectful for you to keep and agree to stay in touch with him? Damn it. She's right. If I agree to stay in contact with him and agree to go back to the past relationship, it is very disrespectful to me. So I made a decision. I will never, ever look back to the past. And I will do whatever it takes, pay whatever price I need to pay to move on and move up with my life. And somehow in that moment, I realized I'm being chosen by the universe to share my personal story and to helping others to transform from their pain to their true power. So have you ever found yourself on the edge of your comfort zone? And the more you stay, the longer you stay, the more pain you're going to experience. So somehow you have to make a declaration to yourself that I will no longer tolerate myself to stand here. Because the cost of standing here is more expensive than the cost of moving and lean into the unknown. It wasn't all the way easy. And I now somehow have to find the courage to share my personal story publicly. But I have a lot of concern. My parents, I don't know how my work gonna affect to my parents, who's always concerned and worried about people's judgment, people's opinion. And one of the biggest concern I have, I try to find my new partner. What if he found out? What kind of woman I am being left in the altar? What he gonna think about me? But I know the voice inside of me that I need to share this message to the world and to help others. One of the friends even made a joke about me. And he said, might not be able to change the world, but you can change the life of few people. But little by little, things get better. 2 months after the wedding cancellation, I'd be able to go back to my ex and say, thank him for canceling the wedding. That is the best thing ever he can done for us. And in January 2023, I launched my book, Shine Like a Diamond, to share my personal journey of overcoming wedding cancellation. And not only overcoming, but actually thriving from it. And you know, the biggest win, after 1 year of being left in the altar, I have found a wonderful gentleman who shared the same vision with me, not to build a beautiful, loving family. And we want that family gonna be lasted for a lifetime. So today, I love nothing more than helping successful, ambitious, and independent women to first having that develop and nurturing a beautiful, loving relationship with herself, so that she can have a beautiful, loving relationship with other people. And I'm doing that via my 3-day workshop. It's called The Amazing You. But before I go to the detail, let me bring you back to my questions. The question I first asked you. What is true love? And who is the true love of your life? The answer is, you are your true love. And you are the love of your life. And after going through all of this turbulence, I have realized the miracle does happen for those who have unshakable faith in love. And at the end of the day, love always wins. So now let's have a look at the unshakable faith in love pathway. The first step, the first skill to master is self-love. And what do I mean by self-love? Is to really learn to love yourself unconditionally. The problem I see from my clients that they know how to love others, but they don't really know how to love themselves, truly fully in love with themselves. That they can look in the mirror and say, I love you, I truly love you. The consequences come with that is they need somebody else to love and be loved. They need somebody else to validate that they are lovable, that they are worthy of love. But what happens if their partner left them? What happens if the relationship comes to the end? Does it mean they're not lovable? So I have my clients to implement the ultimate love mastery. And in that program, I help them to really learn to develop a loving, beautiful relationship with themselves, fully in love with themselves, and access to abundance of love come from within them. So wherever they go, they have a lot of love to share with people around them. The truth is, we can only love others to the degree that we love ourselves. You agree? The second skill to master is self-acceptance. What do I mean by self-acceptance? It's to really learn to embrace and accept the wholeness of who you are. What I found out from successful, independent, and ambitious women, that it's okay when they have success, it's okay when they accomplish their dreams, but it's so difficult for them to embrace when they encounter setbacks and failures. They become very harsh on themselves. Right? It's very difficult for them to embrace their insecurity and their flaws. But how can they accept another imperfect human being without learning to accept and embrace themselves? So they thought they need to be somebody else. It's never be enough. They need to pretend somebody other than themselves. So clients come to my program. I help them to apply the freedom pathway. We learn to embrace everything, celebrate success, but also have compassion for their limitation. I help them to release all the emotional baggage, which ultimately holding them back from living up to their true potential. And that allows them to see and appreciate and accept themselves as who they are, a perfect human being. And the more they be able to accept themselves, the more they be able to accept another people. The third skill to master, which is self-care. Self-care is to really take the responsibility to look after yourself. The challenge I see with successful, independent, ambitious women that they have a lot of work, a lot of responsibility in life. It's very hard for them to prioritize the time for themselves. And that leads to burnout, lead to living a very stressful state, and they unconsciously passing that negativity, stress to people around them. Their cup is empty. How can they connect? How can they give if their cup is empty? They have nothing to give. So people come to my programs. I help them to implement a very easy well-being practice. Really to schedule the time for themselves and have a minimum activities thus for themselves on a weekly basis. And that allows them to fill their cup with love, with ease, with peace, with acceptance. So they have more. They can bring the best self into their work, into their relationship, and into the world. The four skills to master, which is self-trust. What do I mean by self-trust? It's really have ability to trust yourself to navigate through life. The common challenge I found out from my clients that because they've been let down in the past, they experience some painful relationship breakup, so their trust is being broken. They enter the new relationship with a cover-up version of themselves. They're afraid to let their guard down. And they allow the fear of being abandoned, the fear of being rejected, of holding them back from giving love and receiving love. The consequences come with that is, how can they connect? How can they love with another person, human being, with a cover-up version of themselves? which what we really want at the end of the day. So people come to my training, I help them to apply their transformation. And that really allows them to reassure whatever life offers, whatever happens in their life, they will be okay. Because at the end of the day, now they got them. They got their back. They can become the captain of their own ship. They can make the best decision for themselves. With that confidence, they can enter the relationship more gracefully and be able to let down their guard so that they can connect deeply with another human being. The fifth skill to master, which is self-respect. What do I mean by self-respect? It's to have a deep feeling of admiration about the quality that you have. The problem I see from successful independent women that they know how to respect others. They can respect themselves. They can be perfect to the world. But when they are at home, when there's nobody around, they're being very easy, being very sloppy. They don't take themselves seriously. And those little moments will make a massive difference to how they see themselves. And the way they see themselves will influence the way other people see them. So my clients apply the program called Seeing the Dynamic Within You. We all have the dynamic within us, but can you really see it? I help them to honor who they are and learn to set boundaries and standards and gracefully to say no, to let go to the things and to people and not belong to them. They have a courage to speak up for their truth. They have a courage to stand up for themselves. And with that, they can have the relationship, they can have the life that is truly deserved for them. The final skill to master, which is self-identity. What do I mean by self-identity? It's the ability to see yourself as an amazing person who is capable, who is confident to co-creating a beautiful, loving relationship with your partner. The common challenge I see from my clients that they don't know what they're looking for. They don't know how a beautiful, loving relationship look like. They don't know what kind of quality from the partner they want to attract. So they settle for less than what they deserve. They say yes to the wrong person. They stay in an unfulfilling relationship for years.
Thank you.